foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Al Shah. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Honors and salutations to all sincere Akim on the out here pushing the truth in all sincerity. All right. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I come out here week in and week out, prophesying the downfall of America according to the Bible, man. All right, because we living in the last days, whether you believe it or not, man. All right, now people are starting to wake up on a higher scale, you know. Got some questions, bro. I remember you said. What was you talking about earlier? We're talking about Yahweh Shah, right?
Yeah. I said, I asked you, Jesus, what I said,
You said, was he the Lord in the flesh?
Was he either was he him in the flesh, was he his son, or just an extension of
he was the Word. All right.
Because people, everybody say different stuff, and I know it's like no real concrete answer on certain questions. I was like, they're the questions I want to ask because they're the ones that's the worst ones that people I keep finding out was the ones being lied about. So, most things it's like the misconception, like when something people say it's small, but the image is crazy. Like I feel like I said, I thought everybody was white. I really did. So when people say that and they say that he's actually black in the Bible, I'm like, damn, that's a crazy propaganda to push for me never to ever see a black one. And I know when they came out with the black one, because they just started doing it in like 2006 or something like that. Like they just started doing the black one. So I'm like, I grew up seeing it. Even Jehovah's Witnesses, I don't even want to get mad at Jehovah's Witnesses and stuff, but y'all confident Jesus. I just want to watch shows. So I'm not trying to see. I'm not trying to hate on it, but it is what it is. Like, I feel like that's people say color don't matter. I'm like, yeah, it does when you color. At least you know where it came from. Yeah, I feel like it
color means everything. So watch this.
It wouldn't matter if all of this wasn't left behind, but it's being just doing every day. I find something else out. So I'm like, yeah, it didn't matter before, but yeah, now it do because I know this and that. I know why this and that happened, and history don't lie. Like, it's insane. That's what my questions rely on history. What I've been told, I see going on.
All right, this is the book of Job, chapter 30, verse 30. It says, "My skin is black upon me, and my bones are burnt with heat." So like that's basically telling you right there, like the people in this book with dark skin, you know. And this is crazy because I just found out when it talks about when it talks about son of man, when you say son of man, that means the son of the ground. So we all came from. I'm like, damn, that's kind of deep.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? Because like when the Lord be like, yo, son of man, you talking like you came from the ground because it's bun, it's Adam. Because Adam is Adam. It's one form from the ground. You know what I'm saying? About the one is son that so like that was kind of crazy.
I always understood the conception of it in between because God, people do this thing with Jesus, like whether he was, why I asked the question, who he was, and I'm like, people don't understand that, like, he made us of the earth, like, he got, like, us out of the ground and made us like that. He didn't make us.
You got the ground is all different colors. Like,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm saying like people in general.
Yeah.
He made us of the earth, and not of himself. So when it's like when I ask the question about Jesus, I understand the difference between like man and Jesus and God. And God is.
We're talking about like when he said, man, I'm trying to. I know the scripture I'm gonna quote. It says, "He who has saw me has saw my Father." You know what I'm saying? So basically saying, if you're looking at his face, you basically see his father. Because they were dark. You know what I'm saying? This is like if you got a son, you might look like your son's gonna look like you. Exactly. So that's what he's saying. Like he's not saying, yo, I'm my dad. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, if you see me, you see my father, man. But they both dark skins. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get it right here, bro. This the image. This would be the image of the Lord. All right, it's the book of Revelation, chapter 1, starting at verse 13. It says, in the midst of the seven candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man. Oh, true, that's the Son of Man. All right. Clothed with the garment down to the foot, and gird about the paps with the girdle. So like he had a golden girdle around his brother. Yeah, like kind of like a belt, but it was golden. All right, it says, and his head and his hairs were white like wool, as snow, and his eyes were as a flame. Oh, his eyes were as a flame of fire. So his head and his hair. So when it's talking about his head, it's talking about his hair. And his hairs is talking about his beard. You know what I'm saying? But white like wool. So that don't look like that picture that they show you. You know what I'm saying? When you go to church, they be like, oh man, look, this is Jesus and everything. Like I seen a dude the other day, man, in the bar when I was working, and he had the cross on with that image on there, right? So I'm like, yo, man, I was like, you know who that is? He was like, no. I'm like, why you got it on? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, that's Caesar Bujeri you got in there. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, who's that? And I started explaining it to him in the fight that broke out. So I had to, you know what I mean, go into that situation. But like, that's crazy how people still to this day don't even know what they're doing. I was telling them that the cross is a Babylonian symbol. Like in Babylon, they used to wear that. Like you see old pictures with Nebuchadnezzar and all that. They got the cross earrings and all that. Then like the women now, they be wearing the like spandex.
Type with the cross.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's
I
crazy.
used to wear a cross all the time.
Yeah, me too.
That's that church right there,
You
man.
know, black men got a chain.
Yeah. It says, look, it says, and his feet were like unto fine brass as they burn in the furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. So his voice is the sound of, I mean, he spoke loud, man. When I be out here speaking, like you can hear me way over here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You supposed to, I tell you to cry loud, spit not. Lift up your voice like a trumpet. You know what I'm saying? So when you out here, you ain't sparing nobody's feelings, man, nothing like that. You teaching the truth. And if they get mad at the truth, they get mad at you. But like, it's how you know, like his image, how he looked, that's how the Father looked.
So I have a question about that.
Uh-huh.
So when it says his head, it's not talking about like the head, like the skin on his head. It's
No,
actually
it's
talking
talking
about
about
his
his
hair.
hair. Yeah.
Okay.
When it says his head and his hairs,
It's talking about the hair.
yeah,
Okay.
his hairs is his beard.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But people get dumb and be like, yo, his hair was white, man. No, they was talking about his head. You know what I'm saying? But that's because they don't, take the time to do any research or anything like that.
That's the only thing that people take blatant out of the Bible. But everything else is cool.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
back to the,
That don't try to argue that, but it's like, that's blatant. Okay.
yeah, but they're gonna eat pork and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Let's have a pork sandwich. They're gonna eat all kind of crab and shrimp and all that bull crap. You know?
I really, the crazy thing is, I really never been glad I wasn't raised on that type of stuff. I'm glad that, like I said, like big flesh, also because when I was in my uncle in the house, like I just, that's the man, you whatever when you growing up, once you learn to be cooking, I know just like that.
Now this is the backup. This is in January because like church be like, yo, this the New Testament, the Old Testament. Old Testament was done away with and all that. But like you got things in the Old Testament that ain't even happening.
Right.
Like in Isaiah, you got all the prophets. All the prophets was in the Old Testament. But then you got disciples. They was prophets like Apostle Paul and all them in the New Testament. But this Daniel 7:9, it says, I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose God. So the thrones is talking about this society and all that, man, when they cast down. Now this is when Yahweh Shai should come back and he's going to be ruling, sitting on his throne, right? It says, I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment, matter of fact, this is talking about Yahweh. So let's talk about Yahweh. It said, the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. His throne was like a fiery his throne was like a fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. So he's actually seeing a chariot. Matter of fact, we shouldn't talk about Yahweh, but that's the chariot. We're talking about the wheels, like he's seeing the vehicle that he's in. You know what I'm saying? The throne, he's sitting on it. See, look, it says, it says, I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow. And his hair, see, like you were saying earlier, that's how I said, and the hair of his head, like pure wool, right? It said his throne was like a fiery flame. So that's talking about the chariot because it tells you how, like the way they sparkle and all that, like chariots. Like you know, they carry like you can actually see them at night. Yeah.
Don't they talking about they be saying something about the UFOs?
Yeah, but see,
last night.
Oh yeah, see, they call them UFOs because they're not man's technology.
Right.
So they would say it's an unidentified flying object.
Well, yeah,
But they know what it. They know
how
what
they
it is.
correlate that with the Bible? Where they say like UFOs in the Bible?
No, they call them chariots. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah, we get some scripture on
Is
that.
it like a cover up? Like they be, I keep thinking
I mean, they know about chariots. Since, like if you watch them channels, man, they got what is the History Channel? Like the History Channel, right? And they got like all they talk about UFOs, but they actually we call them IFOs. We got identified. We know what they are. You know what I'm saying? They chariots. That's our salvation, man. You know. All right, look, watch this. This Revelation 1:7. It's talking about the chariot. We say all throughout the Bible, man. Yeah, no, yo, it was crazy earlier, man.
Yeah, I was surprised you got here because
When I was sitting in Wendy's for a minute to charge my phone up.
I came, I was like, oh, he's not here.
Yeah, oh yeah. Damn time you got out here.
was sitting here. Remember how I said they
5:30ish.
Oh, all right. Come. Yeah, I was good. Hold up. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1:7. It says, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so be it. So look, now that right there also proves reincarnation too. You know what I'm saying? Because the people that was actually there on Mount Calvary that pierced his side, they said they're gonna be there. So how they gonna be there when he come back? If this happened over 2,000 years ago, man. That gotta be reincarnation, man. So look, it says, behold, he cometh with clouds. Now, if you look up on UFOs on your phone or whatever, like they look like a cloud kind of. I just see them coming down and they move in perfect order, man. So they come down, and it, like at nighttime it look like a straight up cloud, like it's white, it's crazy, man. Cause I remember downtown, I was at the upper camp down there. When I first came up to him, the chariot came down. That joint was like this, real slow, like hovered for a second. Then that joint was like yo, crazy.
So that's what they be saying. They be saying UFOs, the angels.
Yeah, that's what they are. See, look, he said that's how he come back. The same way he left, he got beamed up in the chariot. You know, the same way he left, the same way he coming back. But when he comes back, he ain't talking, man. You know.
There's a church out there that they believe that Christ already came back. And he was born in South Korea.
Oh my God.
And he was this.
Hold on, what's that scripture, man?
He was, yeah. And I was like, that's so wrong. It says, from far as from the east, from the west, though he'll be seen.
Hold up.
Like, not like he was just, his name, he was born in South Korea, and he was baptized in 1948. And
So they say he already came back.
Right.
So if he came back, we would be delivered.
Exactly. So they believe, he already came back. He was already born again, and he died. He had kids too. And he died. Like,
no, I don't believe it.
It's like, no.
That's what they said.
That's what they believe. They also believe that it's father and mother died.
I don't believe it until I don't believe it, because God wouldn't make the movie like putting Jesus back on without making that extra.
No, it says as far as the east is from the west, you shall see it. It's
I ain't seen it. Like, that's what I mean. Like stuff I don't believe because like I wasn't. When it happened, like what year?
Right. It was between 48 and like I think he died in 80 or something.
So who said this?
It's some church that they believe.
Movie chaos.
Like they're actually, they believe a lot of like the Torah and Old Testament, but then they got that new fangled stuff.
Alright.
Because it's too easy. It's too easy to like do. It's
I
fake.
think it's Matthew 24. But,
Alright, here it goes. Wow, look at this. Now this is for that right there, man. This is Matthew 24, and I'm gonna start at verse 23. I said it says this is Matthew 24 and 23. It says, then if any man shall say unto you, lo, here is Christ,
right.
or there believe it not.
Right.
For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall shew great signs and wonders, and so is much that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. You know? So that's like them people, like even in the up until coming time, man. They're gonna be telling you little crap like that. Like, yo, I saw Jesus in the desert. You know what I'm saying?
And if you keep reading it though, it shows you how like how he's supposed to come. Like I don't get how they don't.
I believe that.
That's why I'm saying you go back to here.
Even the words though it say that
go back to Revelation.
Everybody will see him for a while.
Right.
I believe
what?
I believe that in the word of the Bible it say that if Jesus was born, everybody would know for a while. I believe that part, but I don't believe that it happened.
No, I don't.
That he what?
That he
came here, yeah.
No, he didn't come there.
He
was
like,
born. He was not talking about like.
No, he was born. They're saying he was born
again. This happened already in the Bible.
Oh, all right.
As referring to today, it's my say.
Right.
All right. That's why you go back.
But everything is a scheme anyway. You know how much money they can raise if everybody believes that's Jesus.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Matter of fact, look, this is another one about the chariots. It's Psalms 104 and 3. We're going to talk about some chariots, man. That's how we getting up out of here. Man, if I'm going to start at the beginning, man. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 104, verse 1. It says, blessed be Yahweh, B'Shem Yahushua, O my soul, O Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, my power. Thou art very great. Thou art clothed with honor and majesty, who coverest thyself with light as with a garment, who stretcheth out the heavens like a curtain, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot, who walketh upon the wings of wind, man. So he's talking about making the clouds his chariot, like they look like clouds, you know. And then you can even have like chariots can form however they want to form, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They can take the shape of a cloud, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, them drones is like crazy.
That they never pushed on like a
right, that's good. Who maketh the cloud his chariot.
Good. He says Dad, you go to 4, verse 4. It says, who maketh his angels spirits, his minister, a flaming fire. You know what the word angel means, right? What do you mean?
Y'all go ahead, y'all be careful, stay together.
That's right.
Behave.
That's right. That's all it means, is a messenger, man. You know? Damn, hold on, man. I should have went. I'm gonna go back to Matthew. 24th chapter. Verse 30. No, 24:30. It says, it's the book of Matthew, chapter 24. 24, verse 30. It says, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. So when he come back, he said, matter of fact, he said he ain't gonna meet you as a man. So when he come back, he's gonna be on the chariot with his power and great glory, and then he's gonna be destroying this place, man. So like I remember one of the apostles was saying, man, he's gonna be shooting beams, and Yahweh Shah might jump off the chariot and come like chase certain niggas down himself, man. It's so, yeah. Like that day gonna be crazy, man. It says, and he shall send.
I believe it, yo.
It says, and he shall send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds from one end of the earth to the another, man. But at the same time, like the Lord, like all this things gonna be happening. Like you're gonna be seeing missiles coming to destroy this place. At the same time, his elect, which was 144, and that 1/3 in their families, they said a multitude. So it said
Is it 144?
Yeah.
Plus 1/3?
Yeah, so nah, it's the 1/3. So it's 144 multitude. Yeah, it says a multitude. So the multitudes are actually their families, you know. But like that right there is that like when you come out, you're gonna build a chariot, you know. And people gonna be dying and people gonna just
Yeah, I believe it because the thing is, people get all crazy on it like something like that couldn't happen. Like all the other religions do the same thing. And like see how they push it on like good guys and stuff. They're all about war. So why wouldn't you think, especially with the history of America, why wouldn't you think that God?
You said they all about war. All of yeah. Well, they used to pray. They used to pray to certain guys.
That's something important. Like I personally believe I grew up knowing about the crusade, Great Crusade, and how they was running down on the Christian back in ancient Egypt and stuff like that. And that was all about land and power and stuff like that. They were just trying to push the religion out. That's basically religious war. It's basically
well, that's like
since the dawn of time.
since when?
Just from the dawn of time, like that movie that came out, even the Egyptian movies that be coming out with what's that one that came out? They had all Egyptian gods and it was like
I know what you're talking about.
I forget what it's called. It came out it either came out like last year or the year before. And then they all it was all about the gods fighting. They had people slaving and building statues and all that stuff which is crazy. It was one of them Olympic gods, I think it was Egyptian.
I'm trying to find something.
The Classic Titans. That's what you got.
Man. Oh yeah. But no, they named the what's that? All the days of the week was after different guys, right? The months of the year. I know Monday is Moon Day, Tuesday is I forgot what Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday is Thursday, Friday is I can't remember exactly. I know Saturday is Saturn Day. Sunday is actually the worship of the sun god, man, which is that obelisk, man.
Yeah, I heard about that. And I heard about sun worship and all that stuff. Is that part of Roman mythology too?
What?
Sun worship.
Yeah, you mean Greek mythology?
Oh, Greek.
Yeah. I mean that's a whole bunch of. I mean it's a whole lot. But you figure everything that America does is patterned after, the Romans, the Greeks, all the way down to the way this place looks, man. The laws, the way they run the way you gotta vote in the president, man. You gotta vote in. They used to vote in Caesars and all that, man. Then I just found out the word inauguration. It means stand in a place of beginning. So I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I was like, yo, man, I'm like, oh, stand in the place of beginning. That's how you know that them people be worshiping, they worship Satan, man.
Listen, for real, I know that they be doing those some people say what they talking about the rituals and stuff like that. They be doing all that stuff in front of you.
Say what?
They're doing the rituals. I be hearing that.
Oh yeah.
Secret society. So I don't like getting too much in conspiracy theories. I used to think I didn't believe certain stuff, but I don't believe everything out here. I can decipher what yes. But it's like some of the what they talking about like in Hollywood and stuff like that. They be doing a bunch of rituals. We don't even know certain things as rituals.
No, they do that in the Bohemian Grove.
Right.
Even like I said, like as a matter of fact, it just happened. When was it? I think early August. Early August, and like towards the end of August, every year, like all the super elite go out there. Like you had the presidents, the government, politicians, the dudes that's in Hollywood. I'm talking about the guys that do make the movies, like Steven Spielberg, guys like that. You know what I'm saying? Like she said, bankers, man. You know, and they go out there with then you know you always have like a certain amount of kids missing every year. You know what I'm saying? They take the babies out there, they sacrifice them, man. You know, they sacrifice them. They sacrifice them to they sacrifice like yo and Alex, what's his name? Alex Jones brought that up.
I heard it. I ain't been down for 5 years. Last 5 years I haven't been down because I heard the story about them, like some of them being human. And I already know about because I've been all around Philly, and one thing I know for sure is I keep seeing missing persons. I keep on seeing.
Where do you think them people
more
going?
And more than like usual because I didn't maybe I didn't pay attention growing up. I don't know. It's not something you want to think about. But I noticed, like I just kept seeing them. I'm like, I just hit
black girls that are missing in DC.
And nobody found. I'll never see. Nobody comes up. Even on the news, I be hearing the news or something. Never find them. So it's like when I hear a story about, now it don't take too much for me to put two and two together. So I can't pull myself to do it. I can't even do that for money. I don't do it for us. I don't even never put it. I ain't even decided to that was 5 years. Unless I was with somebody else that was getting something, I ain't like, I could contain like two people, get somewhere that can't. I know the urges and stuff, but I can contain myself from there at least. Like, I can stop myself from there. I never was something else for that.
You was talking about how the kids be missing and all that.
Yeah.
But you figure, listen, if you get a child missing from here at bank, who they call? First people you call? You call the police, right? You call the police, they be like, oh, well, they gotta be missing for a certain amount of time. 24 hours, 48 hours, something like that. Bang. Then they call the FBI. So you gotta call the FBI in this, cause they could go from state to state to state to state and check for the kid. But they all in cahoots together.
Give them the time.
Yeah.
Dude,
They all in cahoots.
Well, I ain't waiting for the time.
Then you got the CIA and all that,
they
man.
driving across the state, like. About time you get to do what you gotta do. I mean, put the word out.
Yeah.
They probably already did what they did.
I mean, well, that's what they do, though, man.
Find out what they did.
Why you think, man? Why you think they be killing us, man? And they get away with it, man. Like you can kill a what they call an unarmed black man. You can kill a so-called unarmed black man right now. Good. But why then? Or the cop would get desperate, man. I mean, but oh dang, I could watch this. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 5. It says, "Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not." Man. So who's the possessors, man?
Right.
You know, you got Esau, right? Basically, right now, he possesses. Why he bought us, man? All right, he bought us. He bought us over here.